Good morning, Emily. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
No, other than my voice being a little froggy, it's I think I'm okay. Seems to be a little cold or something going around down here with the change in weather.
Yeah. Although I'll admit I like the colder weather.
It is a nice change. I just appreciate the lower humidity.
Yes.
Please be advised, we're about to go live.
Okay. Emily, would there be any problem with, given my voice, getting Ed or you to do the roll?
Sure. Ed, can you please take care of the roll call?
Yes.
Okay, I'll kick it off and hand it over to you, Ed.
Okay.
Okay, my clock says 10 o'clock. Good morning. I'm Mike Tremonti. I'm the chair of the Health Related Institutions Formula Advisory Committee meeting. We'd like to start with the roll. As you can tell, my voice is going a little bit. So Ed, if you wouldn't mind doing the roll for me.
Okay. Angelica Warren Hill,
Present.
Lauren Shear,
I'm here, Ed.
Michael Tremonti.
Here, Ed.
Okay, and we got Lauren at the last second there. Jenny Gomez Leon. Tomas, I can't pronounce your last name. What's your last name?
Good, go hard. I'm present here. Thanks,
Okay,
Ed.
thank you. Chris Kravish,
Good morning, I'm here.
Jeff Burton,
Good morning, I'm here.
Chuck Fox,
Good morning, present.
Penny Harkey,
I'm here.
Dr. Lang,
Yes, sir.
Dwayne Morris, Michael Mueller,
Well, Michael has a conflict. This is Richard Wilson. He's asked me to listen in on his behalf.
okay. Dr. Paulo Marek Short,
I'm here.
thank you. Michael,
Okay, I believe that gives us a quorum. And as our first order of business, you were sent the minutes from the prior meeting. And I'd like to open it up to any comments or edits that need to be made. Okay. Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, thank you, Tomas. And second,
A second.
thank you, Dr. Short. So all in favor? Aye. Okay. Minutes are approved. The next order of business is the consideration, discussion, and approval of the recommendations of the Health-Related Institution Formula Advisory Committee. We've sent out the report. Boy, bad timing. I've received back some minor wordsmithing, made some adjustments, and overall, there's not much in the way of change. We are still lacking the AAMC data and need to put that in. Let's let the minutes show that Jenny Gomez-Leon has joined us.
Yes, thank you. Sorry for the delay.
No problem. I think the important thing is, again, the recommendations related to the charges. We haven't varied on that too much. The one thing that's there is we've added a bullet, and it's more of a question to the group. Should we add a table as an attachment or an appendix that gives sort of the detail of the mission-specific formulas? We reference the appropriation bill. People can certainly go to that.
I don't think that we need to do that. That would be as deep as getting into the weeds on some of the other, what makes up the space formula or something along those lines. So.
Okay.
All right. And Mike, I was going to say the same thing. My concern is it'll detract from the major message in the other tables. So.
Gotcha.
I agree. I think that's a good point.
I also
Okay.
agree. We wouldn't say anything different than what is already in the General Appropriations Act.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll drop that bullet from the draft. We did make one change on the table. Emily pointed out that actually the 2021 rate for research enhancement should have been 1.18. And so we modified that.
Can I make one suggestion on the table? I know it's obvious to us that for 2024-25, that's the recommended rate, but maybe not obvious to the reader who's who's just seen this table. So can we consider adding to the 2024-25 column, recommended or suggested or something?
Recommended makes good sense.
Okay.
Is everybody okay with that alteration? Okay. Okay. So we did.
Angelica, go ahead and put confirmed in there. I like confirmed better.
So in this version of the report, we have put in charge 4, where we basically do specify that we're recommending the INO formula at the medical education weight of 4.753. And also with the small class supplement at 30,000. Any issues, questions, concerns on that?
So I had a question on that. Maybe I missed that from our last discussion. Part of the small class supplement is, of course, the size. It's one of the drivers, but also being taught at a remote site. So is part of the plan for RGV to teach some of these courses outside the Rio Grande Valley?
Well, we're at a bit of a disadvantage because Michael's not here.
Sure, that's true.
Oh, what was the question again, Tomas?
Sorry, Richard. So do you know if some of these classes in podiatry are going to be taught outside the RTP area? In a
I don't
remote
believe
setting?
they are. I believe they're all going to be taught on premises here. It's my understanding.
Okay,
So, more likely the small class supplement, I guess, wouldn't meet the standards if they're not taught on a remote site.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, it may be a moot point.
Okay.
I think the wording says
Okay.
if the program, it makes them eligible, but if that's not the intent.
Okay.
Right.
What's the class size though, Richard? What's the intended class size? I can't remember.
Starting with in the inaugural year, starting with 40, and then ramping up over 4 years to where allowing for attrition of like 2 students per year would reach to 154 by the 4th year.
Per class?
For all student, no, not per class, for all 4 years would be 154. So it would be 40 admitted per year.
So they will all, if they don't go above 200, they will qualify for the small class supplement. Because if you have to have an enrollment of 200 on that site for medicine if you're below 200, you will qualify for the small class supplement.
Well, but wouldn't they have to be remote?
Have to be remote.
Oh, that is true. You're
Mhm.
exactly right. You're right. You're right.
Okay,
I forgot about that change.
okay, so as the AAMC information becomes available, we can certainly get that inserted. Is there any other changes we'd want to make to the report other than that? Okay. I guess first and foremost, I think, well, let me throw out an option. Not to try to avoid a January meeting, since I know this is the highlight of the month for everybody. But I think the primary thing here is the charges. And could I get a motion that we accept the report in the absence of the AAMC items, and we can certainly send that out for final review. And I guess this is a question to Emily: can we accept a report as is with that one edit remaining, and move forward from there?
Yeah, I think you could phrase it as a vote on approving the report and providing authorization for you as chair to make those minor edits, as needed, and to submit it.
Okay. Can I have a motion if you're comfortable with that?
So moved.
Dr. Lang, a second.
Second.
Okay, any further discussion or questions? Okay, if I could call for a vote, all in favor? Aye, okay, it is unanimous. Well, it has been a pleasure serving as your chair to this point. And do we have any other business to deal with?
I'd like to thank Mike just for being our chair. He has handled it nobly and efficiently and doing well. And that being the case, I think he should give us a 30-minute speech here with his voice going on.
Use the time up.
Yeah.
We can do that at the January meeting, Jeff.
Right. Yes.
Well, we'll see if I recover.
Michael?
Yes,
This
sir.
is Ed. We have one housekeeping item. If if I could have just a minute to brief the committee. We're required by statute to collect any expenses that the committee members may have. So we will be sending out a survey to each of you for any expenses. So since you've been remote, you may not have any, I don't know,
Right.
but we have to send it out anyway. And we'll assume that if we don't get anything by the time limit in the email, that you don't have any. Thank you.
Okay. I certainly appreciate everybody's willingness to do this remotely. I think we've probably saved the state a lot of money by doing so.
Mike, I'd also like to add that I appreciated the work of the task force, the podiatry, medicine task force. That was a good experience, and it was a great committee, and really was a good experience. So I just wanted to give a shout out to that team also.
Yes.
From my perspective.
Yeah. Thank you for everything you did there. Okay, that pretty much wraps it up for us. If I can have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay, Chris.
Second.
Okay, we have a second. With that, I think we are adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Great job, Mike.
Everybody.